What's up, Star Wars fans? My name is Prince, and I'm an urban acolyte. I got some new news, some plot details on the Mandalorian series that is coming to the Disney Plus service. That is the name of the Disney streaming service. These are some potential spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers for the Mandalorian, you might want to not watch this video. But if you're cool with that, let's get into these plot details. So this information was released on Reddit. Amanda Ward posted it on makingstarwars.net. And I went directly back to the source on Reddit. According to the person on Reddit who posted this, it was an anonymous person. They said that they were at a Star Wars marketing presentation by Disney where the marketing plan for Star Wars in 2019 was discussed. There was kind of a brief talk about the different things that they're going to be pushing in 2019. They showed some concept work. In some cases, there was a sizzle reel where you got to get a little taste test of what is to come. So this particular piece that I'm going to talk about in this video relates to the Mandalorian. Of course, that's the title of the video. I'm going to read what they said, and then I'm going to share my thoughts. So the writer posted, they showed a sizzle reel of Jon Favreau talking about how he's excited because they have delved into some of the extended universe for this Mandalorian series. They also talked about the different directors as well, and we've talked about that in previous videos. The main thing I remember here is that the central plot revolves around the main character and a baby. I guess the Mandalorian encounters a baby on one of his missions that he is supposed to kill, but instead of that, he ends up saving it, and a lot of the rest of the story revolves around their growing relationship and his efforts to keep the child safe and protected. They showed a ton of artwork and stills. They spent a decent amount of time talking about the Mandalorian's armor and how it goes through changes and upgrades. They mentioned the large woman character who is some sort of chief of theirs. I don't remember her name or whether she was a villain or not. They also talked a lot about different planets and terrains, but I don't remember too many specific details. Now, somewhere on the article that Amanda posted on makingstarwars.net, there was mention that of the planet Tatooine. So potential events or an incident or an episode occurring on Tatooine. The name dropped. At least Amanda Ward discussed the lawman who finds Boba Fett's armor that was spit up from the Sarlacc, and that guy was discussing Chuck Wendig's Aftermath series. That maybe he makes a cameo. What I'm thinking right now, if this movie is, and I think there was some other talk in the article that Amanda posted relating to this child is important to the restoration of Mandalore. The Mandalorian Civil War is still going on, and that this could lead into something that happens in episode 9. So this could potentially be a prequel to a storyline that is central to episode 9. And I'm thinking that the allies that the Resistance is looking for are the Mandalorians, right? They're the ones, Mandalorian space probably didn't join the New Republic, but Leia has ties to Mandalore. This baby, this child, will be around the same age as Poe Dameron and Ben Solo, right? So maybe, they all at some point in time, they were little kids and they were all running around together on Yavin 4 somewhere or Chandrilla, or they're just acquainted with each other. We don't know, right? But I really feel like that, this child may have something to do with the restoration of Mandalore. Maybe it's the heir. Maybe it's Duchess Satine cries. Her sister Bo-Katan cries. This could be her child, right? We saw Sabine Wren pass off the Darksaber to what's her name? I just forgot her. I keep wanting to say Satine, right? The Duchess, right? But she passed it off to Bo-Katan. Maybe Bo-Katan has a child, right? And this child is the rightful heir to Mandalore. Maybe there's someone else within the Kryze family, within that clan. And so like I said, it would be cool if we kind of get this Game of Thrones type thing where you're dealing with the ruling houses of Mandalore and they're all battling for power, right? The Mandalorian, this character, is sent to assassinate this child and is like, but doesn't know it's just a regular, assassination mission, right? A disintegration, no captures, disintegrate, right? Or maybe a capture so they can install a puppet prince, in a sense that pulls in like this whole I'm thinking of like the Warring Kingdoms period in China, where you had these, or not even just in China, other places where you had child monarchs put in place, and there's some other person who's like the what is the vassal? No, it's not vassal. There's a term for the person the adult who rules in the place of the child till the child is old enough, right? So maybe you got one of these kind of situations where somebody is like the pretend Mandalore. Didn't you have the like that Viceroy guy or somebody that like Maul installed when he was Mandalore, but that dude was like calling the shots? Maybe you got a situation like that and this guy doesn't want to step down. Let's have the child killed, right? And now it becomes, I'm going to protect this child, like this transporter type situation. Maybe you're dealing with his clan leader as well, who I think that clan, that large woman character, I think that's a clan leader. Hey man, we know that there's a woman who is a woman of action, right? Gina Carano. I think she might end up being that chief, that clan leader that this is talking about. I think Carl Weathers is probably going to be some older mentor within the same clan, or just a mentor person to the Mandalorian. But I really feel like this is setting up a storyline that is going to be in episode 9, just like I think Star Wars Resistance is setting up a storyline that is going to play a part in episode 9. And if not, then everything is tied together. So whatever is going on with the Mandalorian, it's either setting up something we're going to see in Star Wars episode 9, or it's going to set up one of the other trilogies that are coming later, right? And it's also letting the folks at Lucasfilm and at Disney see, hey, we can have other stories set in the Star Wars universe that aren't tied directly to the Skywalker saga and everything that went on with Anakin and Luke and Leia and now Ben, right? But those are my thoughts. Hey man, this sounds cool to get more about this, but what do you guys think about this whole thing where the Mandalorian is protecting this baby? The baby could be tied to restoring the rightful heir of Mandalore, and this possible infighting between the houses of Mandalore. And then you've also got the bigger threat of the Imperial remnant still running around that hasn't gone off and sided up with the First Order, right? They're still running around committing chaos. Maybe you've got warlords and stuff, people who stuck around after the Empire, didn't get the news to, hey man, let's meet up on this nebula in the unknown regions of space. And they've they've just installed themselves, or the governors who are already ruling over those sectors have installed themselves as warlords or despot rulers, and they refuse to step down. They've still got their stormtrooper and all their, all the stuff for the Empire. And hey, man, they're trying to maintain the status quo and keep chaos from running over, because maybe the rebellion still hasn't reached those areas, even though it has. It hasn't, but it has. So I don't know. It sounds crazy. It sounds like we're going to be in for a good ride if you love Star Wars and some political stuff. And there's definitely going to be action, because this guy is definitely, or gal, but it sounds like Pedro is going to be the Mandalorian, that this dude is definitely going to be an outlaw, right? An outlaw bounty hunter. That's something we haven't seen. That is not so. We have not seen an outlaw bounty hunter where you got bounty hunters coming after bounty hunters. That's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy, right? But I mean, hey, those are my thoughts. I'm flowing straight from the dome at this point, because we have no idea what we're going to see, right? But hey, man, that's the fun of it. So I'd like to hear your thoughts now. Let me know your thoughts on all of this down in the comments below. and I'll be checking back to see what you all have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and take your first steps towards becoming an urban acolyte. Embark on the journey of becoming the hero of your own story and become a force for change in your community. Continue to support the channel. You can do that by checking out more of my videos on the Mandalorian series coming to Disney Plus in 2019, or you can check out more of the most popular fan theories about Star Wars Episode 9, right? So anyway, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you, always.